back to my channel. My name's Kathi. Today we're doing a reset routine for college students or just anyone going back to school. I've been so excited to make this video because this is my first official video I've made in 3 months. I have kind of like a list to give you of things to do before you go back to school. That'll get you back into a good routine, back into healthy habits, and also a bit of an update on what my situation is right now because a lot has changed since my last video. So first things first, I actually have done a complete room revamp. So I'm just gonna cue the room makeover montage and you can see for yourself.
Do you want me to get every single one?
Thank you. Yay! Now that that's over, I'm going to just give you a few things you can do before you go back to college that I think are quite essential or can just get you back in the mood of like an academic year. So I'm gonna give you a list of things that I did, you know, got me back into the academic spirit, the habit of being organized for school. So this is a very obvious one, but getting back into a good sleeping routine, for me personally, that means waking up at 7 a.m. or earlier. I have a lot of 9 a.m. classes this year. That means I'm gonna have to get into college at a reasonable time and it takes me 1.5 hours to commute, which is a bit annoying, but it can't be helped. So the only thing I can do is just get a better sleeping schedule, wake up earlier. What I do like to do though when I wake up early in the morning is to put myself in a good mood, and I do that by reading for 30 minutes to an hour when I wake up. Obviously, if I want to do this, I have to wake up earlier than 7 because I think I'd have to leave at 7:30 to get into college at a good time. I've actually been so into reading lately. I'll have my Goodreads link down below, but for anyone who currently has me on Goodreads, you know that I've been reading a lot of books very quickly, one after the other. I think part of me knows that college is coming and I won't have as much time once I have all my coursework and stuff to do. So I'm just trying to read as much as I can while I have free time. There's only 1 week left until college officially begins and I have my lectures and my labs and everything. So I'm gonna try to finish as many books as I can within that time frame. If you're curious, my favorite genre is thriller, mystery. After that, I'll have my breakfast. My big goal here is to actually have breakfast in the morning because I've gotten into such a habit of not eating in the morning, especially when I have college or I know I'm going out somewhere. I purposely don't eat. I don't know why in my brain like going out and eating is like a bad mix. This is gonna sound very unhinged. For some reason, I really like going out on an empty stomach, and once I know that there's no stressful situations coming my way, then I like to eat. But I don't usually like to eat before I go out. When I get nervous about something, my stomach is like the first thing that starts acting up. I really want to get out of that mindset. So I just want to eat healthy breakfast and I want to make sure I do it every day. Yeah. I also like to start off every morning with a to-do list so I know exactly what I gotta do throughout the day. This is a very basic step, but my little twist on it is that I have a widget, a reminders widget specifically, on my phone, on my home screen that I see 24/7. I don't think there's been a day since I've had that widget on my home screen that I haven't accomplished everything that I've set myself to do for the day. I don't know, it's like a system I found that really works for me, so I'd really encourage you to try it at least. I specifically use it for schoolwork or like things my parents have asked me to do. I put that all in there, or things I have to research. I put it all in that app and I find myself getting everything done every single day. Another thing that I think you should do before you go back to school is maybe make some room on your bookshelf for new textbooks, or if you're just a big reader like me, it's just like a good way to make room for new books. I had way too many books on my bookshelf. They were kind of overflowing. I was stacking them on top of each other. It looked really unappealing, and I know that I want to read a lot this year. My goal was 100 books this year. So for me, this was a big deal because this is all part of like me getting organized and everything, and that is one very big thing for me that I really wanted to organize before college started. For you, it might be for textbooks. For me, it's textbooks and also for books. Now, this is a thing that I wanted to do most for this video, but a digital declutter, oh my god. I did this for my phone and for my computer, but in these clips you'll only see me doing it on my computer. I basically went through all my download files, all my desktop files, everything on my computer, and just organized it all. I made folders. I made them very specific folders too. I put all the files and everything I wanted to keep within those folders, and everything that I just didn't need, like things I'd screenshotted and just like things I downloaded that I used once and then like didn't actually need to keep anymore. I removed all of those and just kept what I actually needed, and it just made me so happy. Like, my computer is so clutter free now. I'm so happy I got this out of the way. Okay, now the last thing on my list of things that you definitely need to do before you go back to college is to download textbooks as PDFs for your computer. I'm still thinking of getting like a PDF annotation tool, you know, like an app, so I can actually make notes on the PDFs. I'm not sure like which app I'm gonna use yet. If you have any recommendations, let me know. But I think it's really, really good to have these PDFs on your computer, and it also saves you a lot of money if you don't want to buy physical textbooks. I'm going to keep the ones that my uni suggested on my computer as PDFs, but I don't think I'm actually gonna buy proper textbooks because they're very, very expensive. They're very, very heavy, and most of the time people don't really use them. So I think most likely all I'm gonna do is just buy like exercise books and that kind of stuff. And that's especially helpful for chemistry and subjects like that. Now, some honorable mentions that I didn't actually film myself doing in this video, but I have done off camera, are meal prep. Oh my god, let me tell you how important this is. If you have a parent who cooks for you, then great, like you don't really need to do this. But if you're living alone, or if you have a family who does not cook for you, like my family, that's just because we have different diets. I'm vegetarian, nobody in my family is vegetarian. So I've gotten into the habit of meal prepping lately, and everything that I meal prep is basically a dinner for that evening, leftovers for the following lunch or maybe dinner, and I put one batch or two into the freezer. This has saved me. I've basically been getting enough batches of food so that I can sustain myself for the first week of uni, because I feel like the first week of uni is going to be the most stressful week. It's going to be the most busy week because you're not going to know how to properly organize your time at first. I don't want you, and I don't want myself, to be eating like cup noodles during college. Like, we need good brain power, we need good brain energy from good food, so make sure that you're feeding yourself properly. Another last thing that I really want to say is set goals for yourself this year. I would make yourself some big goals and then some small goals that aren't like crazy difficult to achieve, but you'd still be proud of yourself if you got it done. I think I'd call this like high effort, low effort goals. I don't know, I think goal making is amazing and so worthwhile, and I kind of associate this with like my reminders app. I feel so proud after I finish every task on that app. So I'm gonna use the same system, but for like big goals, academic goals, fitness goals, everything. Another thing to mention that's related to this is to go back and look at your 2022 goals and try and maybe choose 3 that you want to work on this month that you can get started on like ASAP, and write it down somewhere you can often see it, because if you don't see it very often, you're just gonna forget about it, and that's usually what goes wrong with most people. They make these goals and then they never look at them again, and then they just don't achieve anything. So make sure it's in your line of sight, whether that be on a widget like I have, or maybe just putting post-its up on your wall. You can make it pretty, you can just scribble it so at least it's there and you see it. It doesn't have to be fancy, just as long as you are constantly seeing it. I guarantee that the constant reminder of it will actually motivate you 10 times more than when you aren't looking at it. This is my least favorite part of the video, to include this, because this is going to be confusing for most people, but as you probably noticed from the intro of this video, I put college offer reaction, and that is because of this clip. So in this clip, you obviously saw me very, very excited opening my CAO offer, which basically is just like Irish college offer. I did veterinary medicine last year, and the year before that I did biomedical science. And just to clear this up, biomedical science I don't really count as something that I changed my mind about, because from the get-go it was a filler year. It wasn't something I was committed to. It was just something to do while I waited to reapply for the course I actually wanted the year after. The course I actually wanted was veterinary medicine, which I moved to Belgium for. So if you look at my videos from the past year, you're gonna see me as a vet student, which I thought was gonna be my dream profession. I was proved so wrong. I really enjoyed my year in Belgium studying that course, but at the end of it, I kind of did a reflection, and everything I was working towards with that course wasn't something that I really resonated with. It wasn't a profession I genuinely saw myself doing after experiencing all the dissection labs and learning about animals the entire year. But I couldn't see myself as a vet. Like, at the end of the day, I couldn't see myself as a vet. So I realized that this was all for nothing and that I wasn't happy with what I was doing. And it's not like I had different options for a career. Like, you pretty much only have one career option, so it's not flexible at all. I decided to change uni courses. So this is like my first proper time changing my mind, and I decided I'm gonna study food science in UCD. So if you go to UCD, let me know. I start college in a week or so, and I'm so nervous. I don't know why. I don't know. So now that that's out the way, this is the end of the video. I'm wishing you all a good academic year. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you have any other tips in the comments down below, because honestly, I'd love to do anything else than what I've already done. I would love that so much, because I just love being like prepared and organized way more than the average person. So I love you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!